Hello everyone, my name's Spike Kane. A couple of people liked my first video that I did, so I've decided I'm going to keep on making some more. My schedule's a little bit up in the air at the moment, so we'll see how often they get to come out. But this time around, I would like to talk about DC's New 52 Justice League. Now, if anyone knows me, they know I'm not that much of a DC guy despite the t-shirt. Um, I've only recently started reading their stuff, and I've preferred to read events more than just random books. I've been quite outspoken with my dislike of the way Marvel does events in other YouTube videos, so you probably heard me rant and rave about them, especially ones that don't have any lasting effect. But that's what got me into DC, reading things like that. I share a Comixology account with um, a friend, and we both put codes on and we both buy books and we let each other read them. He recently bought Justice League issue number 40, and I read it, and it's supposed to be a jumping on point. I think a lot of the issue number 40s and 41s are supposed to be jumping on points. And I read it and I enjoyed it so much that I've gone back to the beginning and read them all. Well, almost all of them. There's a couple I haven't read because I borrowed the trades off a friend and read them up until where I could, and I've read the last two digitally on Comixology. Now, I've also watched the Justice League War animated movie, which is almost a word for word translation from the first volume in the New Justice League to the animated screen, and I enjoyed that as well. I was very fully engrossed. I enjoyed how all the characters got time to shine, how the personalities tended to take over and show on the screen as well as they do in the books. My favourite volume so far has to be Throne of Atlantis. I'm gonna get the animated movie and watch it because I enjoyed it that much. It's nice to see characters that before I couldn't care less about getting, time to shine amongst the likes of Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. A big part of it has been Cyborg, and I thought he's come into his own. I only ever thought of him as like the guy who looks after the Teen Titans, but it turns out that's quite different. And later on he gets his own story too. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm gonna just give my opinions on the books. Um, there's one thing that I was talking to a friend about recently that the trade that the Justice League run has done that surprised me is it's made me look at Wonder Woman as a kind of scary character because they keep mentioning how they don't know how far she's willing to go. When somebody's in the wrong, when someone does something evil, how far will she go? Will she kill? Will she break their rules and kill people? Will she punish them to the extreme? And there's a few moments where that kind of comes up. There's one where they're talking about Lex Luthor, and Diana turns to Clark and says, the reason why I don't have a long list of enemies like you and Batman do is because I end my enemies. And that's just like, wow, that's a bit that's like, mercenary kind of anti-hero almost. And I think that's probably why she's starting to grow on me because they tend to be my favourite kinds of characters. But it was quite a nice little build, and I think it's building a build. I actually think it's something that's going to come up in the future and something that they're going to have to deal with. Is that Wonder Woman's going to go too far, and they're going to have to have the repercussions of that, and it's going to be hard for Superman to deal with, in my opinion, anyway. But other than that, I've really enjoyed, especially the last couple of issues. They've kind of reached a level that I never thought the Justice League could do because I've read the Avengers and I find those books very boring. I expected the same out of the Justice League, but the Justice League doesn't try and be anything other than what it is. It doesn't try and make you have deep psychological thoughts. It doesn't try and make you think what's the motives behind this or try and change the way you look at something. It simply says, we're a balls out action movie, enjoy. And it works, and I'm so into it that I'm going to collect them myself. I want to get the trades myself to have them on my own shelf, because that's the kind of person I am. I want to have them on my shelf, so when I'm randomly like, oh, I'm a bit bored, I can just pick it up and read it. Or if I want to express my opinions like I am in this video, and one of my friends says, oh, that sounds interesting, I can go, bam, here you go, read it. Like I've done, like I've tried to do with Saga. I've tried to force Saga down people's throats. But I'm very, very up on the Justice League book. I'm enjoying it a lot. I think they're doing a very good work with it, and the way their characters shine is perfect. There's one thing I want to say, which is it contains a bit of spoilers. So if you don't want to hear that, I'd stop the video now, or mute my voice or something, because I'm pretty much done. In the latest issue, Batman gets to sit on this mystical kind of chair that has the answers for everything ever. The first thing he says is, "Who killed my parents?" And that really drove home the type of character that Batman is. It really drove home the fact that these guys writing know exactly who their characters are. They know where they're going and they know what they're doing. And it made a really big impression on me, and I think that is what ultimately made me say, yes, I'm getting this book. This book is brilliant. I want it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to read it, and I want to try and get other people to read it. So that's my advice. My advice is to read it, but not from the jumping on point, where you can do, and you don't really need to know what's happened. You could even just watch the animated movies and carry on reading it, but I would strongly recommend reading the Justice League book from the beginning, because I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I reckon a lot of you will too. Well, that's my thoughts and opinions. You can catch me on Twitter up here, or on Gmail at spike@comicnom.com. Okay, well, I hope to see you guys soon with a new video. I'm thinking of a few things to do, one of which is actually X-Men Second Coming, so we'll see how that goes. But I'll hopefully have another video for you guys soon. See you later.